Hey guys, my name is Raf and welcome back to Office Space. I wanted to shoot this second part of my video response to planted Aquarius underscore love. He wanted me to make a post about low-tech tanks, so I ended up doing two posts. The first video was delving into my current zero tech Jarrium setup that's currently sitting in my kitchen, so please make sure to check out that video. And the second video is me creating another zero tech Jarrium. This is going to be a little bit different than my last one because the first one was all about leaving it alone and just letting it grow wild. So I've got a bunch of Rotala Atra that I've turned green. Excuse me. And it's turned into a bit of a jungle in there. And if you've seen my tank setups, I love the jungle look. This one, it's going to be a bit more manicured in its aquascape appearance. And I'm going to actually try out a couple of I'm going to try out one plant that I've never tried out before, and that's Hygrophila pinnaefetida, I think. And I'm actually quite excited because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where they use that plant in terrariums, and from what I've seen, even though the labeling on the cups show that it's red and higher level, the people who have had experience with them all seem to agree that it's actually an easier plant to take care of. So I'm going to try that with this tank, Jarrium. Also, the way that I'm going to be treating this differently is the other Jarrium that I have, because I just leave it alone by itself, I don't dose it. I don't put anything in it. I don't really trim it. This one, I'm going to be trimming it a lot more, and I'm going to be dosing it as well with my DIY liquid fertilizer, just to hopefully maybe keep the plants that are going to be in here a lot healthier. And the pinnaefetida that I have is reddish in color. I wanted to retain that color instead of it turning green. So without further ado, I'm going to start setting this Jarrium up, and hopefully you find it informative. Okay. So first things first, I was able to pick up some pond soil from a local garden center. It's got a lot of residual dirt on it, so I don't want to disturb it too much and have it go on my desk. But this is a bag of pond plant potting media. It's about $13. And the thing that caught my eye is that it says here that it's safe for fish and wildlife while promotes healthy, lush plant growth. So it's basically, in a way, promising the same things that most brand name aquarium planting substrate promises, but it's a fraction of a price. It's $13. So if it doesn't go well, then, well, at least now I know, but I am going to try this out here anyway. What I wanted to do here is I kind of want to bank it towards the back. Unlike my other Jarrium, it's kind of just flat, so I can view it in a 360 angle. This one, I kind of want to just view it from the front and have everything bank up towards the back. I don't know if you remember this guy here. But basically, it's just a piece of dragonstone that I have, and I am growing a bunch of Sturgeon repens on the rock and immersed. I think it's okay. Okay, now it's time to plant some stuff. And this is part of the reason why I want to be a bit more involved in this tank and dose it somewhat regularly. From my Jarrium, I have discovered that Sturgeon repens does not survive in zero tech Jarriums. I put in maybe 5 stems in there and they've all died. So in this situation here, I'm going to make sure that when I plant this, I provide Sturgeon repens in here with a bit more nutrition, because I don't want to waste $16 and just have it all die. And Pina Fetida, I have never used this before, but I want to be erring on the side of safe and just provide a bit more nutrition. If there's like a lot of algae, then that's fine. That's not the worst thing in the world. But algae bloom is better than plant death. Algae I can clean, plant death I can't fix that. Make a comparison here. These forceps, pinsets, were actually meant for reptile feeding use. They're stainless steel. They've got like these textured ends here. And I don't know, maybe just me, maybe I just got used to it. I find these easier to use than these. These are meant specifically for aquascaping, but I don't know what these are. They feel like hard plastic to me, but I find it awkward to plant with these, and I don't know. I just find it not as easy to use as this. This feels a bit easier to work with. Yeah, I'm gonna try learning to use these since I did pay $30 for them. So let's see what I can do with these. If it's really bad, then I'm just gonna switch to the other ones. Okay, now this is beginning to bother me. Alright, enough of that. Time for this. Now, for people who have had difficulties planting S. repens because they find that as soon as they plant it, it starts to float up, what I've learned is you can actually bury the S. repens stem for the majority of it, and then just leave one leaf exposed to the light. And that is actually what I did with my main tank that I've posted so much about. And it grew into a nice carpet. I was a little bit scared that, oh, it's probably going to die because only one leaf is exposed. But one leaf is actually enough. So for you all out there who are having problems planting these, that is something that you might want to try. Okay, so I think I am done with this one. I don't want to apply too much aquascaping theory on this because I like my aquascapes a bit more jungly and not as manicured looking. Hey guys, so it's now the morning after. It's 7 a.m. pretty much. And this is how the Jarrium 2.0 finally looks like now after the particulates kind of settled. There's still some gunk here I'm gonna clean up, but that's pretty easy to do. So that's basically the rock formation that I had in that clear plastic box. Sturgeon wrappings growing there. Here's the new one from the cup. That's the Pina Fetida there and there. And hopefully this grows kind of wild like this one, but I'm gonna trim this back a bit more. But yeah, this is how I set up my Zero Tech Jarrium. Quick side note for this one. I realized that I am not a very smart aquascaper. So I noticed that there's this very healthy Ludwigia repens here, and I noticed that my hydrocotyl tripartita leaves are much bigger here than in my main tank. I thought this died here, this Ludwigia repens, but it's actually thriving here. And then I realized, oh, it's because this side here is the one that's always facing that way, the natural light. This window here faces north, so that's north there. So it doesn't ever get direct sunlight. So what I need to start doing from now on is just kind of like rotate this by a little bit every day so that all sides get whatever light it can get from the outside, because again, it never gets direct sunlight really. But yeah, this is Jarrium 1.0. This is Jarrium 2.0, both Zero Tech. Well, I guess this one will get a little bit of fertilization, so maybe like just a little bit of tech. But it might not be for a while because I just realized this is the pond soil, so this should have nutrients in it. That's just going to leach out into the water. And then tonight I'm going to get some shrimp from a friend and put them in here. But yeah, that has been my Jarrium 2.0 setup. If you like this video, please make sure to like and follow me on Instagram. Feel free to leave any comments. But for now, this is Raf from Office Space, and I am going back to bed. Have a good day.